morning, I hope you're well. Today I'd like to talk to you about these little booklets. They're called minizines. We've been doing some monthly Zoom meetings with our Magpie's Nest community art group, and one of the things that some of the people in our group did, we made these little booklets and we exchanged them with each other. Thought I'd make a video to remind people how to fold up their booklets.
And I'll do a flip through of my little book. I called it 2020 Important Things. I don't know if this happened where you live, but where I live, there was a big swarm of moths this summer. It was really quite creepy, actually, to look up out in the evening and see the windows covered, just completely covered with moths. So those seemed important to me at the time that I made this. The groceries that arrived in cardboard boxes, and I'd made my first videos that I made were actually on weaving cardboard boxes from cardboard boxes. The toilet paper situation, and we started growing seedlings in the spring in our toilet paper rolls, and then alcohol, the drinking kind and the spritzing kind, which I had strictly for art purposes before the pandemic. But that's what we started using as our hand sanitizer because we didn't have hand sanitizer in the house when the store started to get crazy. And then all those Zoom meetings, my mask and my knitting projects. So I'd like to show you how to make these zines, how to start out making these zines. You start out with a piece of paper. Can be any size, but the most typical size is an 8.5 by 11, or the metric equivalent of a standard size piece of paper that goes into your photocopier. And what you'll do is you'll take your paper, you'll fold it in half, and the more accurately you line up the corners, the better this will work out. And then you'll open your paper up and you'll fold it in half in the other direction. So I'm told that this direction is called hot dog because it's a shape, long, narrow shape of a hot dog. And the other way is called a hamburger. Now, the next fold, you'll fold these two outside edges into the middle where you're to meet your crease line. Now another way to do this is you'll fold your paper in half, you'll fold it in half again, and then you'll fold it in half a third time. Now this third fold, if you fold it this way, you'll have a long skinny booklet because this third fold determines the dimensions of your booklet. So if you want sort of a conventionally sized booklet, choose your third fold accordingly. Now, when you open up your booklet, it will be divided into eight equal sections, and you'll be able to see your sections. And the next step is we are going to make a cut from this point along this line to this point here. So the way to do that is if you fold your paper in half, this seems to be tricky for some people. We're not going to cut this open edge. We're going to cut the folded edge here from the middle along the crease right to the first crease that crosses it. And then, once we've done that, you open up your paper, you fold it in half, and you squeeze those sides together. You pinch those sides together, and sometimes people have a difficult time with this. You need to have those two center sections fanning out to make a diamond shape. You squeeze them together, and once you've got those 4 pages, you push everything together and you fold it into a booklet. Now, The edges here will never line up perfectly. The paper takes up space, so the outside fold here, the inside page is a little bit further inside, so it sticks out a little bit, and that's just completely normal. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages. Now, when you're going to add your content, you need to know which of these pages is the first page. So what I do usually in pencil is I write numbers on my pages so that I know which order my pages go in, and also which way up, because when I unfold this, you'll notice that my page numbers start here, 1, 2, 3, and then they're flipped the other way around. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 is over here. So that's important. When you're creating your pages, you want to know which order they go in. And there you go. Now you can do whatever you like. You can write, you can make art. And then once you've created all your artwork in your little mini booklet, you can photocopy it as many times as you like, and you can make more booklets. And I'm going to show you how that folds up, and you can see that on this side, the images are facing in this direction, and on that side, they're facing in that direction. I'll show you how this folds up. This is page 1, and this is page 8 here. So I'm doing exactly the same folds that we did before. Fold it in half once, fold it in half again, and fold it in half a third time. Open it up. Fold it in half this way, so this is the open edge and this is the folded edge here. And I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut down the middle and fold my little booklet. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that, and if you make a zine for yourself, get in touch with me and maybe we can trade one of mine for one of yours.